In law, let me just say that I don't want to get too much. I didn't see the video, but proportionality is a fundamentally important principle of law. And this is what I find. I find an overkill and overreach in the sentencing of 5 years for a firearm that was handed to him also. And the person who hands him this firearm gets acquitted, and he gets 5 years. Now, you see, you also have to weigh up the fundamentally significant political implications of Malema going to serve if he does serve 5 years. I mean, Shivambu's gone, Lozi's gone. Can you imagine what a catastrophic political impact him serving 5 years would have on the EFF? I really just felt, I said to Lester Kivitt on Cape Radio on Friday morning that was my biggest problem. There's been lots of things about Malema. There's been a lot of allegations over the years, but no charges have been laid. This is the first time that he's actually been charged. And I really think that the sentencing was terribly harsh and unfair and unjust.
All right.
Okay, this is what this guy has to say, and then I'm going to quickly play another one.
I just want to say something on this guy, though. You see, for the fact that this guy is saying what he's saying, actually surprises me.
How?
That guy, I think he's some professor, is also a professor and a political analyst. That guy, bro, maybe I haven't been exposed to much of his stuff, but hey, that guy, bro, he's the system, bro. he's the Matrix. But the fact that the sentencing even gets the person from the Matrix to say what he's saying.
So it's that obvious, basically. It's too obvious. That's how obvious it is. Imagine, bro. All right, let's see. This is a 50-second video. It's just one guy saying something.
I think in South Africa, there is a general consensus. One, that the sentence was indeed too harsh. And secondly, there is a distrust to the NPA. But I think what we are forgetting here is public behavior by politicians. And I don't see accountability from the EFF with the same behavior and Malema himself. So I think accountability needs to be taken in terms of what these public figures do. But lastly, I just think that the sentence was indeed too harsh, but politicians need to start taking accountability and stop being populist and, trying to make everything about themselves.
Okay, this is what this guy had to say. So, I want to play that video that you sent. Which timestamp you said?
I think you said earlier you're going to play these minutes something video clips to see if. I think they pretty much summed it up like the whole thing, But yeah, unless you want to listen to other people, because that's just one man speaking. Maybe one more, two more.
Well, let's get maybe a list one more.
I think it started 18 minutes and 27 seconds.
Okay, let's hopefully SAPC is gonna allow us to play it.
they got their branding throughout the screen. Just
okay.
Because what's in the beginning was some advocate lady. I'm not sure if she's from the EFF or what. I didn't want to listen to the NPA guy because it's just a politician. Yeah.
Okay. Let's hope they're not gonna copyright us.
Process. Tell us.
Can you
what
hear?
stands out for you the most about?
Yeah.
Let us know at SABC News and the TV. Let's go to Surprise. Surprise is joining us all the way from Auckland Park, around the corner. Surprise, thank you very much indeed for coming through. What's your burning question?
fairness and political influence. My question is that if it was an ordinary person, was it going to be handled the same way it is being handled now? And also, is the law completely independent when it comes to political leaders and everyone in the public figure?
Yeah. Mr. Kanyako, of course, you won't go into the merits, but talk to us generally about the trust factor with regards to our courts of law, with regards to our prosecutors, with regards to the NPA. Do you worry about that at this stage?
Until there's evidence that is given to us contrary, we do not have any worries around the people that are involved. And one thing that we've made very clear to our prosecutors is that...
I want to find the person speaking.
They went and played early, symbolizing of the people, because they don't...
Name and where you from?
I'm Mandla. I'm from Freedom Park. It's more of a comment, but question. So, I think I'm worried about us as a country being hot-spotted by the fears of white people, because now we're not actually looking at AfriForum that is looking at the safety of the people, because they don't care about black people first to start with. But now, because there's Julius Malema, who is seemingly allegedly caught on the video, now it becomes a sensation because we know what white people fear. White people fear radical voices coming from black people, and even shooting a gun. I mean, our forebears went to exile. They went to train militarily, symbolizing how our country will be liberated. And now white people fear that because they know their sins. But when they see a black man standing there, having a loophole that they would use any opportunity to prosecute him. White people themselves have been caught on many a times having a lot of military armies training their children every day on how to fight. And then how is the NPA now putting Julius Malema based on his blackness? And I mean, the release of Snyman tells it all, because you can't have somebody illegal possession of a firearm, but the owner has not even reported the firearm has been stolen or what. So I think NPA should be clear that are they taking instruction from what Donald Trump has said, or are they really serving the constitution of the country in terms of administering the justice?
Because I'll come to you in a short while, but I want to get Mr. Harvey's take on that comment. It is a talking point, but the question is it a fair talking point in the current matter?
Well, I think it is. It is. It's a very complicated matter, this at the moment. And quite clearly, I think that I don't think we were really prepared for the kind of reaction that you're seeing at the moment, But no doubt, as far as I'm concerned, I really think that there was an element, kind of almost political. It's not necessarily an adverse reflection on the presiding magistrate or prosecution, but really to inflict such a severe sentence, on this really, I think is terribly excessive, and disproportionate to the charge that has been laid.
Mr. Kanyako?
Yeah, thank you very much. Just to answer the question directly, we are not influenced by anything. If you go into the laws of this country, you will find that whatever action that was done has got legislation that deals with, and that is why we're able to deal with the law when it comes to getting...
I don't want to listen to this guy.
Therefore, we do not know what the intentions...
Yeah, I can't listen to this guy. I just can't listen to this guy. Because this guy, bro, he can say whatever he wants to say. What is he going to say if this case, it goes to the High Court and then Malema wins? Maybe he gets 30,000 rand fine only. What is he going to say now? The law, this, that. Because right now it seems as if he agrees with this 5 years. But then what is he going to agree with if it turns out that, yes, the 5 years were wrong sentencing? Is it still the law?
And what's the interesting thing? Probably has nothing to do with this, but what we've seen during the General Mkhonazi's whatever he exposed is that
revelation.
Like everyone is involved in this thing. It's the police, it's the judiciary, it's the NPA, it's the arms, like IP to ITEC that are supposed to prosecute police. Like everyone is involved, bruh. Because you will find that judiciary-wise, a guy with 18-something charges, they get combined into one because, according to him, he just wants this thing to go away. He admits whatever, and then all these 18 charges, they get combined into one, and then they disappear. We have such things happening. We have people with, like, Matlala with, I don't know how many charges. But his cases never saw the light of day of court. You have a guy like Kiso Mulefe, who's done some terrible things, but he got bail. He's out of bail. Was it last year?
Yeah, it's a political arrest, bro. So,
and then you have this advocate, this judiciary now, this judge, whatever, that's presiding over this Malema matter. And you can even tell the way she's talking. That one was nervous as fuck.
Yeah, she's not speaking her own judgment. She's speaking instructions.
I'm not saying anything, but something was off with her. And with these people, I wanted to make an example earlier with Judge Thorpe. Was it Judge Thorpe or was it who? But there was some case where the judge has to recuse himself because the same company or he is a shareholder in the company. I'm not sure if it was Thorpe's case or what. There was a case like that where the judge, he didn't disclose that, but he agreed to take over the court proceedings, whatever. But then the guys from the defense's side, they were like, no, this guy, they did research. No, this guy, he's a shareholder in the thing. And he was like, no, I gave my shares away, I sold them. He tried by all means to stay on the case. So these judges, it's not by accident that certain judges are picked for certain cases. This judge was picked, handpicked. And 100%. This is my conspiracy theory. This judge is a member of AfriForum. If not her, maybe she was smart enough. Members of a family are members of the AfriForum.
Yeah, even then, I don't even think she has to be a member of AfriForum. I just think they just went to her, they bought her, and she agreed. Full stop. She could be TA, she could be ANC, she could be AfriForum, she could be whatever, bro. You know,
whatever, the high speed.
Yeah, high speed, David. It's like, yo, like even if you would have come and then maybe you have enough money and you know that you can buy a judge. Like they buy judges all the time, bro. Like these politicians, they buy judges all the time. Even the people that prosecuted Zuma, all those people were bought. Like Zondo is bought and paid for. Like all these people are bought and paid for, bro. It's very obvious.
You know what? I don't know if it confuses me or what. But for lack of a better term, I'll say what's confusing or what battles me, like, you know, when Mkonazi started saying everyone is involved, it's the journalist, it's the judiciary, you know how people reacted? People treat judges and journalists as if they are angels.
Bruh.
Those people are not angels, bro. Because you see, the judges, bro, the power they have, they make people think they are really unbiased. They really apply the law. That's not the case, bro. They are human beings.
Yes.
And they can be bought.
Yeah.
That's why I don't know. Slide off now, but so you had those things. Even in the Majanga inquiry, commission, there was this guy who's arrested now. We were talking about him on our last podcast. such a Nkosi, the one who's involved with everyone. That guy is arrested now. So
the certain guy.
Yeah. No. There's Mkhwanazi is also attending a court thing. What is I wanted to say? Fuck, this thing is escaping me now. No, like I wanted to say, but I was talking about the judges. And the journalist. That guy is such a Nkosi during the Majanga Commission. In his deleted WhatsApp messages, which were retrieved, it showed that he bribed an SAPC journalist and paid them 500 rand. He was saying, it was sometimes of a loan. But I'm just like uncovering this. That the people who people think they are angels, journalists and judges, they are not. They are human beings. Imagine a whole journalist probably getting paid more than 30K was paid 500 rand to do something. I forgot what it was. Are you telling me a judge is going to refuse 10 million or 5 million? Not even 10 million?
Bruh, 500,000.
Even worse if she believes or he believes in the cause.
Exactly.
So I don't know why these people are always treated like they're the angels. You know, even after Mkhwanazi said the thing, they're like, hey, no, he's even saying the so-called analysts in these TV stations, like, no, the judiciary, no, the journalists, like freedom of speech. These people are not angels. Even our own president is not an angel. He swear an oath. He will never, he will do whatever what's best for this country. What did he do? He's going around taking loans. Hate him or love him, former President Zuma, he made sure we don't take money from the IMF, from the International Monetary, whatever, from the World Bank. You know, since BRICS was created, there was an alternative. Ramaphosa comes back, what does he do? He goes around and start making loans. During COVID, there was 500 billion missing. I don't know what happened there. And then, but fuck, I'm getting. But there's the thing, bro. They think this, and you know, the funny thing to show you that these people are not angels. There's this white journalist, she's a female, it's Megan something. You know, they were like, hey, where's the evidence? Mkhwanazi, what? And then Mkhwanazi came and gave the evidence. Did she ever report it and say, okay, this is the evidence Mkhwanazi said, the ones the whole country journalism we're asking for? No, they didn't say that. They just pick and choose certain things from the commission and then they report those things. No one is asking where's the evidence now. You know, these journalists, bro, are bots. These judges are bots. The prosecutors are bots and paid for.
Everyone,
the influencers. You know what I respect about this media influencer, Chris Excel. I'm sure you know him, Chris Excel. He once during the elections, was it last year or last year, if I'm not mistaken, when the MK was formed. And then he shook everyone during the elections. That guy, I think it's from his course, is from somewhere in Eastern Cape. But he's a guy who applies his logic. The guy that's using the girl's picture, the girl wanted to see him or whatever. Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
That guy, bro, and I believe him, bro. Even if he lied, I believe him. Because during that time, I saw how there are certain social media influencers. They always say certain things, but during the process, the election time, bro, and they were saying many things about MK and Zoom, and if, like, you know, you would tell these people are paid, but you know what the guy did? He came, he tweeted, okay, X, since it's X now, but he tweeted, and it was like, you know what, I was offered 30,000 rand to say something bad about President Zuma, and I said no.
Imagine. And it's true.
So, I believe him, because, bro, they came after Zuma, bro, during the election year, bro. I'm like, what's going on here? So you have this SABC journalist that was paid 500 rand to do something for such a Nkosi who's currently in court now, and he was denying. He was saying it was a lot, but they were saying it shows in your text that you paid her for certain information or for whatever to do whatever. You know, you have this judge that. Gave Ketiso Molefe bail, Ketty Maklara's friend, you know, partner in crime. He gave him a bail. And then this judge, few months, he's been, people were questioning him, like, what's happening? And then they started looking back to the cases he has presided. They're like, no, this guy, there's no way a judge behaved this way. This guy is painful, but somehow they swept it under the rug. So, they are not angels, journalists, judges, prosecutors, influencers. No one is an angel, bro.
Yeah. So, yeah, you know what, man? I think, that was powerful and strong. If people don't understand by now, bro, and continue to be believing these people, I don't know. I really don't know. But I guess there are always people that always still believe what they're being told. But yeah, man, you know what? Make sure that people you follow this knowledge, right, or these conspiracies right here. You know what I mean? Make sure that you dive deep into them on your own self, so that you cannot be convinced by other people. We out here. We're not trying to tell you anything. We're just trying to have a conversation. This is why we want you to comment, and also if you like it. You can comment and say if you want to be on one of these videos, and maybe we can invite you, and then you share your thoughts. And then once we see that, maybe we can have days whereby we're just inviting people who want to conversate. One by one, we give each person 10-15 minutes. They say what they want to say. Maybe the next person follows and whatnot. But show that you're interested, show that you want to be part of the conversation, and share your conspiracy as well. You know, you might be onto something. So yeah, that's my final word. Make sure that you like, you subscribe, you comment, you share. Yes.
Oh, no, I remember. I forgotten for a second what I wanted to say. But my closing, if it's a statement, I would say, people, our viewers, even those who are not our viewers who are going to be seeing the shorts, guys, please watch the Matrix movie, guys. I think it's the 1 and 2, maybe the 3. The last one was bullshit. But you see the Matrix movie, bro, it paints a clear picture of how the system treats people in the society, and how the people themselves, because the Matrix has installed this fake reality of the world in their heads, and then they themselves become the Matrix, and they themselves become the Agent Smith at any time. And once you break out of the Matrix, it's not nice. I mean, when you truly see the world for what it is, it's not nice. Fucked up world, machines flying, you know, you're eating, you remember that the porridge Neo was eating?
Yeah.
the nasty porridge thing, you know, that's reality. But he chose that with those who chose. But again, even if you do wake up from the Matrix, you have people like that guy who sold out Neo Gang, the one who was eating a steak. Yes, it's just like a real thing. I mean, he knows it's fake. But he left the reality and wants to live in a fake existence. So, guys, I think the Matrix is a very good example of how this world is.
That's a good one.
So, that's why after so many years, this movie, no one will ever say that movie is crap. I'm even thinking of watching it now since I'm talking about it. See that movie? Fuck, that's all. Venus, I'm about to take off. I just visited Earth for a short while. I'm taking off back to Venus with my spaceship. I'm gonna bypass by the Martians, or the Martians are after winning. But yeah, please, people, like and subscribe, follow. Yeah, like he said, I would appreciate it if the people who are watching us also get to participate on the show. That's gonna be great. Who knows? It's gonna unlock other possibilities.
Yeah, so yeah, we are people.
Boop, boop.